G'day everyone, and welcome to this webinar training for NSP UK, in which I will be talking about the amazing product combination called PrΩmega Flex. My name is Emma Robertson and I will be taking you through this information today. The PrΩmega Flex is a combination of Pea Protein Plus and Super Omega 3 with the added benefits of EverFlex and of course magnesium. Now these are some of NSP UK's top products which are supportive of internal health and the musculoskeletal system. So we're talking about soft tissue health, including the health of muscles, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, as well as bone and joint health. All the constituents needed to help us move with flexibility, with good range of motion, and most importantly, pain-free. This combination of products is incredibly important for people who are very active, such as athletes and those people who exercise regularly, as well as the aging populations. Because of course, as we get older, our joints tend to come under a lot more stress and are subject to greater risk of wear and tear and acute damage. We know that our bodies are designed to move, and it is really important to keep physically active on a daily basis, not only from a psychological perspective, but from an internal health perspective as well. We know that physical activity reduces many risk factors for chronic diseases such as stroke, diabetes, and heart disease, including high cholesterol and high blood pressure. So we must partake in exercise for a balanced and healthy lifestyle, but of course the more exercise we do, the more our joints become subject to overuse and wear and tear, particularly the inner component of our joints, such as the articular cartilage. In healthy joints, the cartilage functions to protect the bony ends from rubbing on each other, preventing pain and inflammation. Now, intensive training volumes, repetitive movements, lack of good nutrition and recovery times are just some of the reasons why active people should support their joints on a daily basis with the PrΩmega Flex bundle. Of course, as we get older, as I've already mentioned, we are much more likely to have reduced flexibility and reduced range of motion. This can lead to increased pain and obviously wear and tear on the joints and joint tissues. A common reality in the UK and other westernized countries is that people in their latter years tend to live in pain and in ill health. And of course, this has a negative impact on how much energy and vitality an individual will have, because we all know that when we're in pain or discomfort, or we develop physical limitations that prevent us from doing things that we once could do with ease, it's obviously not a very nice place to be. And this can lead to frustration at the very least, if not more serious things like depression and apathy. Some of these debilitating conditions include chronic fatigue, chronic muscle and joint pain, and osteoarthritis. So our ability to stay flexible and free from pain as we get older is seriously important. We need to keep our bones and our muscles really strong and well nourished. Of course, we can do this through good foods, with lots of good proteins, with mineral dense foods, greens foods, antioxidants, essential fats. All of those things found in good amounts in the Pea Protein Plus. We also need to ensure optimal nutrition for cartilage health as well. So it's all about making sure that the internal parts of our joints, such as our cartilage and our synovial fluid, stay really healthy. Now, joint cartilage is a connective tissue which is more dense than ligaments and tendons, but not as hard as bone. It should be, however, very hard wearing, and it needs to be, because cartilage sits in the joint space between two bony ends, and it acts as a shock absorber and a cushion, preventing bones from rubbing on each other. Cartilage is clearly subject to a lot of friction over its lifetime, and of course wear and tear from overuse, so it has to be very hardy and resilient. However, with years of suboptimal nutrition and overuse, as already mentioned, the articular cartilage within a synovial joint can tear and wear down, and this is incredibly painful, causing great amounts of inflammation, and this will also exacerbate further damage. Osteoarthritis is the name given to these symptoms caused by cartilage wearing away, thinning, and becoming damaged. Just looking at a healthy knee joint now as an example, you can see here the two main articulating bones, the femur, or the thigh, and the tibia, also known as the shin. And of course, you can see the joint capsule in between these two bones, in which the articular cartilage sits between these two bony ends. It is surrounded by synovial fluid, which is an equally important component of a healthy joint capsule, because the synovial fluid helps to lubricate the joint and deliver much needed nutrition to the tissues themselves. It is estimated that around 10,000 people every year in the UK experience serious cartilage damage. Generally, this is caused by accidental injuries, such as on a sports field or through falling over and other impact type injuries. And of course, people typically under the age of 35 are more subject to these kind of injuries, the impact injuries, whereas people as they get older, sort of leading up to their 40s, 50s, and certainly 55 plus, tend to experience issues with cartilage because of wear and tear, or obviously because of a pre-existing injury from, say, early in their life. Now, wear and tear is more common in women than in men, but in all cases of acute injury and wear and tear, the outcome for the individual, if they're not careful, will inevitably be osteoarthritis. As well as aging and increased physical activity, there are common risk factors for the development of osteoarthritis, such as a history of previous injuries. Old injuries can certainly cause degeneration themselves, but also the changes in damaged tissue can lead to biomechanical imbalances, making the individual move differently with compensations, and that then places further stress on other joints within the body. Minor injuries and obviously other biomechanical imbalances that may have been from birth can also cause damage, inflammation, leading to further free radical damage of the tissues and obviously increasing wear and tear and degeneration in that way. Finally, excessive weight is another risk factor for osteoarthritis because obviously extra weight does place exaggerated stress on joints. So we have some very specific natural products for the support of joint health, and two of these I will be talking about today in conjunction with the already existing PrΩmega bundle that NSP UK have to offer, which includes the Pea Protein Plus and of course the Super Omega 3. The two additional products I'll be talking about are EverFlex and Magnesium. Let's take a look at EverFlex to begin with. Now, EverFlex has been specifically formulated to support the normal and healthy functioning of joints by providing a synergistic combination of very important nutrients. And these are basically the building blocks for healthy articular cartilage and other joint tissues as well. There are three key ingredients in EverFlex. The first is glucosamine. Now, glucosamine is basically an amino sugar, and it is the base material for making up ligaments, tendons, and also it's very prevalent in synovial fluid, which, if you remember from earlier, sits in and around the capsule of synovial joints and keeps cartilage really well lubricated and nourished. There are numerous studies which agree that glucosamine can help support healthy joints, but unfortunately there are no large dietary sources of this nutrient, which makes it a really important daily supplement for everyone, but especially those who are at risk of joint stress. Now, our ability to naturally make glucosamine in the body declines with age. Again, this supports the need for supplementation in the aging populations. Now, one thing I would really like to point out is that the most effective and active form of supplemental glucosamine is glucosamine hydrochloride. And so many products on the market actually contain the inferior version of glucosamine in the form of glucosamine sulfate. And any of these products will certainly have a lower efficacy. Now, Nature's Sunshine's glucosamine is, of course, the most bioavailable form, which is the glucosamine hydrochloride. The second ingredient in EverFlex is chondroitin sulfate. Now, chondroitin is basically a chain of sugars, and it is found naturally in joint tissue, and it acts as an antioxidant to protect joint tissue, meaning that it interferes with the activity of one of the enzymes which would ordinarily destroy cartilage. It also helps to stimulate the production of new cartilage proteins, and it acts as a magnet to attract fluids into the joint and keep them there so that the nutrients contained within the synovial fluid remains there to lubricate and nourish the cartilage and other joint tissues. The third ingredient in EverFlex is called methylsulfonylmethane, or MSM for short, and this is a form of sulfur that goes hand in hand with the first two ingredients to keep joints really healthy. MSM is involved in the formulation of cartilage and connective tissue, and it also helps to remove toxic waste product from in and around joints. As a bonus, MSM helps to nourish hair, skin, and nails with its protective antioxidant properties. So let's now take a look at the breakdown of the formulation of EverFlex. Each tablet contains 420 milligrams of glucosamine hydrochloride, 420 milligrams of the MSM, and 110 milligrams of chondroitin sulfate. Each 2-tablet serving provides 1900 milligrams of this proprietary blend, and it is free from yeast, gluten, and dairy. It is also safe for use during pregnancy, but please note for vegetarians and vegans, the highly effective source of glucosamine in EverFlex does come from the shell of crabs. Okay, let's now take a look at one of Mother Nature's most amazing minerals, magnesium, and how it plays such an important role for the health of muscles, bones, and joints. Magnesium is integral to hundreds of metabolic processes within the body. It is implicated in healthy sleep patterns, in blood sugar control, in healthy hormonal balance, in cellular energy production, in bowel regularity, natural detoxification pathways within the liver. It's involved in heart health and heart rhythm, and of course, especially important in muscle relaxation and recovery from exercise, as well as bone strength and bone health. Now, magnesium works synergistically with calcium to help keep bones minerally dense and strong, and it can also help us to stay free from pains and aches and stiffness and discomfort through helping to keep muscles relaxed and supple. Now, because of its many functions within the body, including its role in energy production, magnesium is often referred to as the spark of life. Deficiency in magnesium is unfortunately very common, making it one of the most important minerals to supplement on a daily basis. And of course, if any metabolic process is impaired because of an insufficiency or a deficiency, energy and vitality will most certainly be affected. Let's just speak a little bit now about the main PrΩmega products that make up the bulk of this PrΩmega Flex combination. Looking at the key ingredients within the Pea Protein Plus and the Super Omega 3, we can see that they have a vital role not only in optimal daily health, but in musculoskeletal health as well. These ingredients include proteins, omega-3 fatty acids and other essential fats, antioxidants, greens, and enzymes, which help to support optimal daily functioning of the body, as well as optimal acid-alkaline balance within the cells and fluids of the body. Keeping the body in a more alkaline state can help to reduce the loss of bone mineral density, which can occur as a result of a too acidic diet, where people may overconsume acidic foods such as meats and grains, alcohol, caffeine, and sugar, or they may just lack generally in their diet enough greens and vegetables to help keep the acid-alkaline balance optimal. Antioxidants and greens can really help to regulate normal inflammatory responses within the body as well, and this will help with joint pain and, of course, joint disease management. We know that the Pea Protein Plus is much more than just a protein powder, though there are a variety of vegan proteins within this product, such as rice protein, adzuki, black bean, chickpea, and yellow split pea protein. There are also whole foods. So we've got chia seeds, we've got rice, we've got quinoa, we've got beetroot, all providing a really good level of fiber. We've got fatty acids in here, which help to support heart, brain, and joint health. We've got high antioxidant fruits such as a mangosteen, helping to protect against free radical damage, which we know is at the root cause of many diseases. We have herbal green tea in there, enzymes to help aid digestion and nutrient assimilation, and of course a broad spectrum of multivitamins and minerals as well. The Pea Protein Plus will provide 13 grams of protein per serving, but in addition to that, you have the huge variety of nutrients I've just mentioned. It is low glycemic load and, of course, free from sugar, gluten, and dairy, and it is sweetened naturally with stevia extracts, so it is incredibly delicious and very easy to consume. One of the best things about Pea Protein Plus that I'm yet to mention is the generous amounts of greens powder within this product. Everyone knows how important it is to consume concentrated greens on a daily basis for optimal health. But the reality is that most people do not readily eat enough vegetables and fruits in general, let alone enough greens. The Pea Protein Plus combines these vegan proteins with a greens powder and of course the other ingredients to make a very powerful optimal daily nutrition product, supporting not only inner health but also musculoskeletal health. Then of course we have the Super Omega 3, which is a combination of EPA and DHA fatty acids, and there are countless studies to show the positive implications on joint health that good levels of omega 3 have, not to mention their positive benefits for heart and circulatory health and brain health. Omega 3 also helps contribute to normal inflammatory responses within the body. As I've already mentioned, systemic inflammation is one of the key contributors to chronic disease these days. Essential fatty acids help also to give fluidity and integrity to cell membranes. Therefore, they help to optimize nutrient uptake and utilization at a cellular level, as well as helping to allow toxic waste products and metabolic byproducts exit the cells as they should. Now, the combination of the PrΩmega Flex products is hugely beneficial for promoting energy and vitality in our daily lives. We are only as young as we feel, and yet we only feel as good as our nutrition. Daily nutritional support that covers this broad spectrum of basic nutritional requirements, such as those provided by the PrΩmega Flex bundle, is vital to feeling energized and free from stiffness, free from aches and pains, and of course, free from joint and muscle discomfort, particularly the vitamins, minerals, greens powders, and proteins found in the Pea Protein Plus. Now, protein taken in the morning can help prevent blood sugars from spiking and crashing throughout the day. This therefore assists in helping individuals maintain good energy and mental clarity. And of course, the enzymes contained within the Pea Protein Plus enable our body to optimally absorb and assimilate as much goodness as possible. And this is particularly important for physically active people and the aging population. So in summary, active and aging bodies need nutritional support for joint, bone, and muscle health, as well as energy production and optimal internal health. Our natural ability to keep joints healthy declines with age and with increasing activity levels. Therefore, supplementation is paramount to keeping us as mobile and pain-free as possible. EverFlex can help support the natural health and function of joints and soft tissues. Magnesium can help support the entire body, but especially muscle and bone health. Pea Protein Plus supports the functioning of the body on many nutritional levels, but is especially important for daily health, energy, and vitality. Super Omega 3 supports joint health by providing essential fats, not only to nourish and lubricate the body, but also helping to modulate normal inflammatory responses. So finally, I'd just like to finish with a couple of quotes from Nature's Sunshine's Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Matthew Tripp. Now, Dr. Matt Tripp is an incredibly skilled and well-renowned scientist in the area of functional nutrition and natural supplementation. He is in charge of developing superb nutritional products for Nature's Sunshine and has a wealth of experience and patents to his name. So here is what Dr. Matt Tripp has to say about the PrΩmega Flex bundle. The PrΩmega Flex pack is a superb combination of ingredients that together help the body generate energy and vitality whilst naturally supporting muscle and joint integrity. This monthly pack provides a superb, comprehensive daily nutrition profile along with EverFlex formula and magnesium for joints, muscle, and energy. I recommend this program for sports enthusiasts, pre and post workout, and for anyone looking for daily joint and muscle support. So there you have it, from Dr. Matt Tripp himself endorsing the use of these highly nutritious, highly effective products in conjunction with one another for optimal joint, muscle, and bone health. So thank you very, very much for listening in today, and we hope you find the combination of PrΩmega Flex highly beneficial, and we look forward to speaking with you next time.